Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, all the way up here in Portland at the Moortown Maroon Community Center or Museum headquarters. I'm here with Colonel Sterling, and beside Colonel Sterling, of course, is the matriarch, as I call her, Sister Maxine Stowe. She's an expert in international intellectual property rights and so on. And of course, sitting beside her is the General Secretary of the Ashanti International Worldwide Heritage Movements. And of course, Ras Kremlin, acting chair of the Millennium Council. You may begin to discuss.
Okay, well, we're here, we're actually here in Portland at the finale of a historic walk around the island, 40 days, supporting the environmental consciousness of the people in relation to the marine environment, and which also incorporates plastic bottles that are choking up our whole system, not just here but globally. So it's a walk that was sensitizing the nation in relation to what needs to be done now. Plastic is now, again, a new industry. The reclamation of plastic, they're finding that plastic drives a whole new set of commerce in terms of, they're even talking about it making roads, making oil, and converting it into thread to make fabrics, to make shoes, etc. So we are looking to, encourage people now that there's a value in the plastic, so that they don't throw it away and stops this pollution that's happening. At the same time this is happening, we're talking about the legalization now of hemp and ganja, and what that means to us as African people who were specifically prohibited, and in that prohibition suffered majorly, our communities, our families, our economies, majorly for over 100 years. So we are figuring now that the legalization is occurring, that the African people must have their own reason or own way of addressing how that economy is engaged. Not simply to become a consumer or a farmer for an international industrial complex, but how we're going to rebuild our lives and how we're going to use a plant that is central to our culture to build our heritage. So it's serendipity that the Ashanti Heritage General Secretary would be here, and also that this sensitization walk also happened from Portland, East Portland, at the Marine Sanctuary there. So with the walk closing today, also 40 days, it was supposed to be 45 days, but it took 40 days, so it also has a spiritual 40-day, 40 night journey and connection. So it became automatic with the Ashanti General Secretary, Ambassador, that we would have to come to Moortown to close the opportunities that the universe had presented us. So we're here now with the Colonel, Sterling of the Maroons, and the Ambassador, talking about his role of being an emissary for the king of the Ashanti out of Kumasi, he's coming here as an advance emissary for a proposed visit of the king to Jamaica in October for Heroes Day on behalf of the Paul Bogle Foundation. So he's doing research in establishing the protocols for which the king would come to Jamaica and what the king's agenda would be in coming here. Because the last king that came here from Africa was His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie. And so in that respect, I'll let continue.
Yeah, it's of great pleasure that I've got this opportunity to sit and discuss and talk to my own people who left the shores of Africa many hundred years ago. And before I speak, I want to wake up and shake hands with everybody here because I'm tremendously happy. So let me start with you, Johan. As our lady, such influential lady, has elaborated much about us, and we are the same people. I'm living in Holland, as I said, as secretary of the Ashanti Worldwide Movement. But in our agenda, we had objective to visit our brothers and sisters all over, not only in Holland, and to prove that we started having conferences and seminars and workshops with Jamaicans who are in Holland, with Surinamese who are in Holland, from Trinidad, Haiti, and other places, and it's successful. Each and every one of us is looking forward to see the unity, because the children in Holland got the same problem as children here in Jamaica as well as in Ghana. They are getting out of hands. So we have to put in place ways and means through which we can let the children understand and to have good future. Then we said, okay, as Kwame Nkrumah said, that the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of African continent. If you clean your home and your neighbor's home is not clean, definitely children from that home will come and play and they will make your house also dirty. So you have to clean collectively. Then we thought it wise to start traveling around and to gather information and to see how we all can come together. That is first, the mission. And two, anything that you do, you have to have an elder brother or an elder sister or an elder man who will give you advice. Because there is an adage in our language that the Ukasa means meaning that if you are walking to this distance, you want to go on the straight path. Maybe you are turning to a different direction, that is not the way. It's the grown-up person behind you or the person who will tell you, oh, you are not walking on the right path. Keep track. That is steering. So you have to have backing. Then we inform the king about our objective and he supports it. Then we have to put it into practice. That's why I have come in secondly to prove that we are backing. That the king also wants to visit Jamaica one day. Because the people are here, and if we don't go to the people, how will we know their problems as a father? So we want to see the response, that if he comes, he's welcome or not. And wherever I go, even before I open my mouth, each and everyone is happy hearing that we want him to be here. We want him to be here. We want him to be here. Why do we want him to be here? Not only you and me. But there are a lot of problems that need to be tackled, like compensation of your presence here and my presence here. There are a lot of things that should go on. We cannot talk as common men because we know that when the king sits down and they unite, there are certain things they can champion for us. And if it doesn't happen during our eyes, it will happen for our children. Something must be done about it. That is why I have come. And when I was coming, I was afraid. Because people were saying Jamaica is like this, Jamaica is like that. But since I came, I feel at home. I feel loved. I feel being with my sisters and my brothers. And today, we thought of coming to this village to see the Maroons. And for what I don't know, it coincided with the 40 days march, which ended today. And 40 days and 40 nights, according to our tradition, today is Miminida. We have sacred days. For one day, we have Fojo. For Tuesday, we have Abna. For Wednesday, we have 2 sacred days in Wednesday, Buddha Kwaku and Awukude. And Thursday, we call it Yawada. We have also a sacred day. And Friday is Fufi, that is. And Saturday, today is Da'a, which is good day. Saturday is good day. So according to our custom and our tradition and our belief, Saturday is the day that Unyankopon, as you know. Unyankopon. When Unyankopon created everything, he rested on Saturday. And even it is written in the holy books that is the Sabbath day. And I coincided with the 40 days war. And all the sacred days comes 40 days after 40 days. So this very day, if it is Dapa, it will not come again till another 40 days. You know, so 40 days, as it was written, about 40 days and 40 nights, was something that it was in our system, our tradition, our culture. You know, it's a special day in the annals of our history. Yeah. It coincided with my coming, meaning that it's ordained to be. You know, so I'm happy being here and the way I'm welcomed. Unfortunately, Sister Nancy is also talking about things ahead, what we can do, and asking questions we are sharing. You know, so I also take this opportunity to invite all to this discussion that when I go, I will have something, a substance to present to the people that this is what it is. Then they will know that if they are coming, then they are welcome, just like the way I'm welcomed.
Oh, you know, sometimes things seem to be coincidental, but as you would rightly say, they are not necessarily coincidental, but they are destined, right? It's destiny.
Yes.
We have a Maroon fellow who is from this part, right? As a matter of fact, he's a cousin of mine. But he lives in Germany. And he has been really interacting with the African continent in terms of land and South Africa and the rest of it. And there are several things that have been proposed. One to do with the Ashanti in is wanting to honor Mugabe before he would have passed on. As far as I'm concerned, a date has not yet been set, but it will be in the very near future.
Right.
So on that occasion, we're looking at how does the Maroon family diaspora would be a part of that historical moment. Because after all, Mugabe is a great African leader.
Yes.
I mean, people might say what they want to say about him, but for me, in my book, Mugabe is a great leader. He did what he has to do for his people. Never mind what the opposing, the outside colonial forces are trying to, pressure they are trying to bear and him know. But suffice to say, when it would have happened, in the likelihood of the Maroon community from Jamaica being there. Maybe the colonel, but not necessarily the colonel, but representative from the various Maroon communities in Jamaica would be there. Another thing that we are looking at, people might be aware of it as well, is that is the creation of a monument in Ghana to, you look at the gate of no return. But this monument would be the gate of return. So, it's having that monument in Ghana and having one here in Jamaica, because our footprints would have gone through the gate of no return, right? And they end up here. But now, the idea is, okay, fine, there's a gate that you can come back to. And with open arms, and you know, you will be welcome. So, when originally, when it was planned, right? When the plan was Timothy first. When he planned it, right? He sat down with the people in Ghana and they planned it. They planned Africa. It was planned for Ghana. But now the idea is to have it. There are 4 more countries that have actually come on board to have that gate of return. So we have like I think Kenya, Ethiopia, South Africa, and I think Nigeria, and Ghana, 75. And then we are planning for every year 5 more countries would do the same. That will be very remarkable because what do the same with that book? Here we have been doing the diaspora for so long. And what the colonial powers have done to our foreparents and us by extension is to put a gulf between them and us. The motherland. Like in Maroon language, in Maroon parlance, when we say country, we mean Africa. We mean the motherland, Africa. We don't necessarily mean the country, Jamaica. We are talking about our country, Africa, where our foreparents came from. So when we get to that point where there is that recognition, it's going to be a moment of okay, then we will mark the occasion away. We will put the first monument in Jamaica and come down. That's where it's planned for at this point in time. But as we go along, we'll have other monuments, in other places in Jamaica and show the Caribbean as well, not just in Jamaica. We here in Moortown and show the Maroon community. We speak of Comanche. And what we do is we call it language, Comanche language, we call it but I must hasten to say, it is not Comanche as depicting the Comanche people from out of Ghana. No. Yes, they are involved. But it is Comanche as depicting the port of Comanche, that they were held. The port where they were held before they were shipped home. Yes. So many of them came through that place. So when they came here, actually came from different tribes. Yeah. But they unify themselves, they unite around that one thing. So that is why we say, we speak, Comanche. But basically the Comanche language that we speak is a mixture of different African languages and also what we call plantation influences. Yeah. But it is fair to say this is dominated by the Akan speaking people. Yeah. But in whatever we do, and having the Ashanti be here in Jamaica would be a good thing for us. Because normally, and Heroes Day, which is like the 3rd Monday of October, we have a celebration here in Moortown. And the celebration is about just one hero. As a matter of fact, the only heroine that we have is Vanilla. Now we are mindful of all the other heroes in Jamaica and we respect them. But that particular day, what we do as a part of our custom and tradition is to honor our great lady, Granny Nanny. And we would say that, we are all Granny Nanny heroes. We are all children of Granny Nanny. She was our mother, she was the queen, she was the chief, and she was the priestess. And we recognize her as that. So we think it's necessary to continue to pay homage to her on that particular day. So, if by any chance we could have the Ashanti passing through on that day, it would be a very good thing. When is that day? It's the same Heroes Week. It is exactly Heroes Day, the 3rd Monday of October. Okay. 3rd October. No.
3rd Monday.
Third Monday of October.
Because 3rd Monday can be anywhere between the 15th and 22nd.
Yeah, but it's the 3rd Monday of October.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's doable. It actually adds layer as to why the visit would be appropriate.
So we
If it's the third Monday in October, the 16th.
Yeah, the 16th of October.
16th of October.
Yeah.
But it's in the same October that they have the for Google Foundation is also
Yeah, because there are 5
Heroes.
heroes.
Oh.
Right, so, and each hero has a different day,
Yeah.
basically, because the heroism of Paul Bogle is related to his being hanged. You know what I mean? So the date, there's 2 dates that they look at. The one in
The
10th
11th,
or the 11th.
the 10th, the 11th, and the
What is that
24th.
day for?
The 10th is the candlelight vigil.
Yeah, but what does it signify in the journey of
Um,
the hero?
The 10th is the candlelight vigil. The 11th is the actual Marnbay rebellion.
Or
and
the
the
actual rebellion, and the 20th.
The 4th is the hanging of Paul
the hanging.
Bogle.
So what would have been appropriate to me would have been the if the 16th would to make sure that the week or whatever period he was coming for would anchor the 2 days.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So the 11th and the 16th would have to be within the schedule.
That's right.
Yeah.
So another thing that, Timothy and myself, we have discussed and, very confident about it. In the past, we had, for a short time, we had the assistant of Professor Antwi. He was lecturing at International University of Canada. And we had him here assisting us in the language, the Tree language, because we believe that
The Tree language.
yeah.
That is our language.
Yeah.
That's what it meant.
Yeah. But if we, but you see, the Romantic language as we call it, right, is dominated by the Tree language. Right?
Yes.
So if we believe that if the children learn pure and straight, it's better than in the way that we do it.
Yes.
Because they will be able to eliminate the plantation part of it.
That's right. To
And
become pure.
To become pure. Because back in the days when, for example, like we say, a fisherman or mentor or whatever, right, was starting communicating with the ancestors. He would say he would cut country, meaning that he would speak it as pure as it was when they were in Africa.
Yes.
But since it's not something that was taught in school, it was only taught at home and stuff like that, after a while it's not necessarily dilute, but dilute,
Yeah. Diluted.
Yes. So what we want is for, we want to be as pure as we could be, because that. So we're like looking around and see how we can get some assistance from, from out of Ghana.
Okay, that is good to hear because myself, I'm a teacher in language. And at the same time, we have books. And we are teaching the children in Holland. Because we have seen that they are speaking the Dutch language more than our language. Therefore, we have put the scheme in place. Every weekend, we have schools, time allotted for the children. The same way as we are coming to portray the culture, we have to teach the children the language as we are saying. And even the adults, the old people, if they also want to learn. So I'm happy hearing this. When I go back to Holland, we put all the necessary things we can do, and then we see to that. And not only the language, but in the course of teaching the language, we also set up drama. Drama group. And these sort of things will.
Yeah.
Because I brought my flute, like how we put everything. That's the way I wanted to come here. But I said, okay, no problem. Because I will come in October to attend to the.
But the language is one of the things that we spoke about, right?
Yeah.
That we want to happen. But we also into the drumming too, Because we are requesting a master drummer. Percussion there.
Drama.
Yeah. Pick up the chair. These drums, right? This is like, okay.
Yeah.
These are drums that you play. This one, don't worry about. This one really in their head, right? And we make them ourselves. And we make them just the way all footprints were when we could have made them 5,600 years ago. We haven't changed nothing. We haven't changed anything about them. They're just...
So this drum is how many years?
Not, this drum is a relatively new one, right?
Yeah.
But the style,
The
the
style,
design.
yeah.
The design,
Yeah.
we haven't changed the design.
But it's the same.
Yeah.
Because this one is a printer.
Well, that's what we call it, printing.
That's what you call it.
Yeah, it's a printing drum.
I understand. It's the same. That's it. And I'm a drummer. I'm a master drummer.
Let me hear you do a little two thing on the drums, Kwaku.
What do you think?
Get the drum.
I want to speak Twi. And then a minute. What's a very more cocoa? My back and I know one answer. Maroon's 74. I come here. In your Pacific or Kuya bar, Jamaica. Jamaica, I did as 74 the 2 year. I actually said Jamaica. By a yes, and could be one. And a cocoa do my baha. I ate no look at time welcome or this young Kwa, a poor Granny. Probably as I take Otoko, Ukuma Pima, a Pimbaba. And I will say to two of those whom you look and Paso, a Santiman Paso, a Santi Heritage Worldwide Movement, International and Paso. Ubi o fear Diano, when I cook on board Sonia Sassi, Winsrano. If you say, me buy, I said your uncle can't energy or Majimia Tumuno, make I am a mama. And to be a botany, I'm the deputy and pass it. So I feel so. I'm a good say as we dream. Now you see that I'm any overhanging now. It's Cocodu. You see what this young Kwa, a cold Granny. I'm glad than you. I'm very idea. I interview what to conform my good. What are you? I'm very adieu. Mray adieu. Mray adieu. Mray adieu. Mray adieu. Mray adieu. I beat this drum to glorify the Most High God. I will beat it and later I will explain everything that I say with the drum. Because this is a talking drum. And as you said, when you start beating, you have the male and the female.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can turn this with my hands to be the male and the female, depending on what I want to say.
In our way of saying, the Okrem,
Yes.
the drum player,
Yes.
is Okrem Mancha is a good one.
That is Ochirema. That is what he's saying. You understand? You are speaking the same language. Because the drummer is Okirema. And then, about Miria Santini Pay. Yes. Yakakasabako. Chineno, or Bochinini. May bonus was said the Obochin is a friend of Ochirema. Said the cannon of pepper. Until may say with a papa and running. I'm using this drum to praise God. This is Titinyame. That is the Lord. Yes, Titinyame. Titinyame, as he said, when Yame is God, that is the rock of ages. Titinyame. When I was so, you created the heavens. When I was so, when I was where you are a king. When I was you created heaven, and when I was you created the earth. Where you are a king. Where you are you created. Your kingdom is from ages. Wahine you fritete. Efritete. Tete is ages of ages. Where you hene. Where you are Brimpon, you are the Almighty. So the drum I'm beating right now is the way our ancestors had direct contact with God and the Ashantis. Because we don't believe in anything between us and the Most High God. Because we are from the throne of Abraham. There's no difference between we are the Ashams and the throne in Ethiopia. When we were in Ethiopia and we were attacked, then we have to move with the golden stool, because the power of us is the golden stool and the ark of the covenant. So as I'm visiting you, I'm here physically and spiritually to let you know that I have come to my people. And it is the time, as I was discussing with sister, that the prophets have said a lot. We need to put them into practice. Come and do what we can to let our people feel at home. Because there is something bothering us about how we live. It seems there is something above us which is greater than what we are. But there is nothing above us that we cannot remove, because we are children of the Most High and we live clean and we have the life. So as I'm talking, I'm also saying that the little misunderstandings between us, if it continues, then we cannot hear the voice of God. Because in the olden age, as I'm beating this drum, if our ancestors have a problem, like there is a calamity in the area, maybe sickness, or maybe the land is not giving the type of fruit or yields that it should give, or children are dying, or maybe there are a lot of things they don't understand, they only beat this drum that I'm beating with the same sound and talking to the Most High God, and they sit under a tree that is God's tree. They sit under it and they beat the drums and recite the incantations till they see the sign of the rainbow and the questions become answered. It's all by living clean, living pure. Because our ancestors say that if you do good things, you never ask your head. If they say that there's something going on and you know that you have not done it, you are not afraid. And that is the culture.